Hey guys, JC with Big Game Real Estate, and today I'm going to show you how to turn a residential property into a commercial property, okay? We're in the field. This is also teaching you what to look for as you're either looking for properties to buy for yourself, how to increase value exponentially, or how to secure an investor and get someone to give you some money for a project. So I'm going to turn the camera around. Okay guys, check it out. So this is a home. This is a 3-family home, okay? I'm going to show you some other stuff. And I want you to look at this property. We got parking and we have a backyard here. Okay, so what's the first thing I notice? First thing I want to do is I want to look at the house next door. All right, also happens to be for sale, but this house is much deeper this way than this house. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that I know I can move this building. I can expand this building further than it is already. So what my thoughts are, first thing I'm thinking is, I see apartment buildings next door. I see apartment buildings across the street. So my thoughts are I'm going to take this building. Now I have to check the town and the setbacks, okay? And I'm going to expand this building maybe to about here, okay? And I may be able to add another 4 units onto this home, maybe 5 or 6, depending on the size. And this will be my parking, right? I want to check the town parkings. Now I have to check things like obvious coverage. I have to see if the town will allow me to do that, all right? And what that looks like cost-wise. But that's not the only thing I'm looking at, okay? I'm gonna show you some other things. So, again, this is how you compete, okay? And this is how you secure investors, by realizing that there is a value-add opportunity. Now, so one thing we see is a ton of garden apartments here. We see, wait for that guy to pass. We see a new home, okay, that's a lot that they demolished whatever the structure was there, and they're putting up a lot of units, and there's actually some new stuff down here. Okay, on the front side, we see this house obviously looks like it needed some work, all right? These are because at the end of the day, that tells me, number one, there's a need for renters here. Okay, there's a demand for rental property. Now, I have to make sure that the demand is not saturated, okay, and that will determine what I can charge for these apartments existing, and I do some work to them, or I expand the building. I need to know what I can receive in rent. But the fact that there's new developers building apartment units or rental townhouses nearby tells me that there's probably a very good demand here. I just have to check the pricings. Now in this area, I happen to know the pricing, so that's why I'm already here. I did that beforehand. In addition, okay, bus stop, okay? Bus stop, not too far right in the corner there. So again, for my tenants who maybe don't drive, that could be a possible amenity. There's a main traffic light about 200 yards, which connects to the major arteries in this particular area. So again, that tells me that it's convenient. My tenants can pretty much get anywhere. All right, so again, when we're out here, we're looking for stuff. How do we add value? All right, this is listed as a residential home. It's 3 families, happens to have additional units. But as I'm looking at it, I'm looking at the lot size. Wow, there's an additional almost 100 feet of space here. There's apartments adjacent. And look at this. This is the beauty. There's an office building or some type of warehouse behind. So this tells me that my chances of getting this approved to the town for additional units and expanding this building are high. All right, they're not guaranteed, but they are high. Other opportunity is I can buy the home if I can get it at a good price, and I can just do some renovations because the insides do need renovations. I could start making some income for a little while, and then I can maybe get the approvals to expand it, and then look to sell it at that point as well. Okay, and here's what I like. A couple tenants are coming from that building right there. Okay, that's a garden apartment. Okay guys, we all know what an apartment looks like, right? If I come in here and I make these units nicer than a garden apartment, all right, and there are amenity buildings in the area, if I can price my units that are much nicer than a garden apartment, okay, with some finishes comparable to an amenity unit, and I can make that price, make the numbers work in the middle, I have a very, very desirable property for renters. Whether I keep this as it is now, or whether I expand it back and make this into a true commercial building with potentially 8 to 10 units. So again, this property is priced at about $1 million with 3 official units. Okay, if I get in here and I do the work and I get 10 or 12 units out of it, I don't know what the price can be. I'd have to run the numbers, but I'd say, boy, probably likely that I'm doubling my money at some point here. Okay, guys? So again, remember, when you're driving down the street, look for these opportunities. If you see a for sale sign, don't walk away. Take a look at the property. If you see there could be some value there. And one thing I want to say is when I came to this site and I met with the broker, I had no idea this property, okay, is also for sale. So now, if I want, I could buy this property, I can buy this property, and I could use this as an easement for parking. I could potentially have one large building here, okay, maybe knocked down, okay, and I can have the driveway or the parking, the entrance for the parking on the side of the property, okay? What do I mean by that? This driveway, okay, make this entire space a building. Maybe the driveway is here, okay? Instead of having a single family home and a 3-unit building, I can develop this into an 18-unit property, okay? And that's how you really make the big bucks. Again, it might not be good for you. You might not have the cash on your first go around, but this is what an investor wants to see. This is an opportunity that an investor would look at. You just have to put it together and present it. All right, guys, that's it for today. See you guys on the next one.